Hello, and thanks for watching Top Tips for Independent Living, presented by Independent Living Nova Scotia. I'm Michelle. Today we're going to talk about adaptability. Adaptability is the quality of being able to adjust to new situations. You can think of it as a measure for how well you deal with change. Change is the only thing you can count on in life. Nothing stays the same forever. Sometimes we choose change, but oftentimes we don't, and we have to deal with a situation that we feel we're not ready for. So it's important to be able to roll with the punches and handle anything that life throws at you, whether you asked for it or not. So how can you be more adaptable? Let's find out with my top tips for adaptability. Tip number 1, embrace challenges. Adaptable people look at new challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. To be adaptable, you can't be afraid of change. You need to have a growth mindset and focus on what you're going to learn from being challenged and what new skills you're going to gain. If you need a refresher on what I mean by a growth mindset, check out my top tips for attitude video. When you embrace challenges, you become a strong leader and a stronger person who's ready for whatever comes your way. To gain this skill, you have to be willing to make mistakes. Some challenges will be really difficult, and you may not do the right thing. But being adaptable means you can readjust your approach and keep trying. Tip number 2, always be relevant. Adaptability is not just about dealing with challenges as they come, it's also about anticipating change and being ready for it before it strikes. Try to keep ahead of change by noticing trends and paying attention to current events. Ask a lot of questions and learn from others. Have the difficult conversations to gain new and refreshing perspectives, and don't be afraid to look at your blind spots. We all have them. Society is always changing, and it's important to stay engaged, to stay current with the right language and information to make informed choices and be better able to deal with changes that are relevant to your life. Tip number 3, manage the change. Change can be overwhelming, and sometimes it feels like too much to handle. The feelings and stress that come with change are normal, but if they're not managed, they can affect your health. Acknowledge your feelings, whether denial, fear, anger, or excitement for the change. When we can label what we're feeling, we can better manage our emotions and also communicate to others about what supports we may need. Also, recognize that transition takes time. How long it takes depends on you and the situation. But it may be a rough transition for a while you adapt to the change, and this is okay. Try to focus on the things that you can control. There are always things we can do, even if they're small. Look for areas you can adjust to make things a little easier. Try to reframe and focus on the positives. Look at the opportunity instead of the loss. What will you gain when this change is over? How might your life be better? It's also helpful to establish a new goal or vision for during the change and after. Develop a plan to get through this and then move forward when you're on the other side. And lastly, accept the change. Now this is really hard, but sometimes there just isn't anything we can do about the change. The sooner you accept it, the sooner you can begin to move forward onto what's next. Tip number 4, be resilient. Adaptability is all about bouncing back from adversity and going with the flow. Sometimes the change can be slow and the challenge is harder than you thought. Stay motivated throughout the change and be enthusiastic about what life might be like afterwards. Nothing lasts forever. Eventually things will calm down, so make sure you can get back on the horse when it's all said and done. When you can recover quickly from challenging situations, you'll truly be adaptable. That's it for these top tips. Thanks for watching.